Eric, a few years back, you went without a job for quite some time. And I think we'd all like to understand how you got through that and maintain your financial planning principles. We know it was tough for you, but what kind of emotions did you experience during that time? And for both Eric and Pilar, how did that affect your relationship?
It's a little bit more panic than principles in the beginning. But very quickly you find your center and you start with your priorities. And the priorities being God first, spouse, family, and job. And knowing that the Lord will get you through it. Frustration. It was a trial and it was a testimony, but we did get through it. But that was one of the tough moments that got me through is following those priorities.
I think this has been a very humbling experience for us as a family, as a couple, as individuals. I think it has been not a good moment, but knowing that God had a plan for us, for him, of course for us as a family, managed to help us to go through it. And it was a year, almost a year, and we were counting the days. But as Eric said, he was sleeping better than ever. So knowing that God has a plan for us.
Question number 2. Eric, how did your faith grow as a result of this experience?
But I had the blessing of joining this church a number of years prior to this event. And quite frankly, I was in a men's group, and when they say that big faith comes from small groups, that's very true. To be honest with you, I don't know what I would have done if I had not have had that base. It's never too late to turn to God, but I can tell you, if you turn to God in good times and build that base, when the tough times come, it makes it much, much easier.
It's a humbling experience.
What advice would you give, Pilar, to someone who is thinking about beginning to tithe or to beginning to give to ECC?
I would say give is exactly that. Do it, and I believe that you have to give it with no regrets, because somehow God will return it to you in many more blessings that you can imagine.
The Bible refers to test me on this, and everyone who's had these types of testimonies, and we're no different, test God on this. It does work. If you're not a regular giver, step up to be a regular giver. If you're a regular giver, can you get to tithing? If you can, let's get halfway there this year, and it'll come easier. The ultimate, it's not about giving money to the church. It's about you opening your heart and releasing what's important to you to God and having the trust that it'll go in the right place. And my advice to you is if that leaves you a little bit uncomfortable, you want to see where the money's going, great. Join a committee. Be part of it. This church is very open to that. There's no secrets, and you can get as much involved as you wish.
In order to learn to give, you need to learn to open your hand.
That's really the key. Can you open your hand and give? God bless. Thank you.